Riders got bags from Prada.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, no Andrew Luck, so we'll see Jacoby Brissett and the Indianapolis Colts as they match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. Quarter is standing by to call the action. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be fielded at the 8th. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Brissett. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a run with Mack. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down. On play action, Brissett toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. From the red zone now, Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston, he completes this into the hands of Miller. And stacked a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
He's checking. Crash. Switch.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Wait, 5-0.
They'll try again with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Jones. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
Protect yourself, baby.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Ronald Jones, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. It's a foot race. 30, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Winston now to throw on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. On third down, here's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Even.
They'll go with Jones. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
Now Jones. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And they try the sweep to Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. We remind you that coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football. Seems like we've seen the Seahawks quite a bit in prime time the last few weeks, and we get them again tonight as they head down to L.A. to take on the Rams. And then tomorrow night for Monday Night Football, it's Giants-Eagles from Chile, Philadelphia. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Brissett. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. You look at the numbers on the year, up over 1,100 yards now, and the last drive had a touchdown as well. Everybody offensively just seems to be in cohesion, don't they?
They do, and when you look at this rushing total, and you know at the end of the year, that means gifts for the big guys up front. Offensive line, tight ends, they're going to get a nice little bonus from their big-time runner.
When did that become a thing, by the way, that the quarterback or running back gets gifts for the offensive line?
I don't know. I can't go back and pinpoint it, but it's a great tradition, and it rewards those guys because they don't really get the attention that they deserve. We rarely call their names. It's a nice way for them to end their season.
That'll go down as a loss of 8, and that'll bring up second down. After the penalty, it's Jones. Oh, what a juke into space. 23 yards the pickup there.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Throwing on second and 14. Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 42.
Chris Godwin, the former Penn Stater, should see an increase in action and production in 2019 with Adam Humphries and Deshaun Jackson gone from the team. 842 yards in 2018, second only to Mike Evans on the Buccaneers.
58.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there at 22. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Jamal Sheard on the stop. Throwing on second and long. Winston, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Brissett sets to throw it. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. To throw is Brissett. Funches has it complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Brissett now. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Brissett And that is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
36. Green, triple team.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Winston now from the 50. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Houston in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jabal sheared, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This will be fielded at the 8.
Well, someone wasn't very happy about that game being tied up. They came right back at them with a big-time return. They want to get back out in front as fast as possible.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And quickly, they get to the line. To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to regain the lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Play fake. Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Brissett. And that is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and it'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, it's Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Jameis to throw it. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Jameis now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. From the 29, Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 19. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Winston. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. This is caught.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go. A big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he is going absolutely nowhere, in the wrong direction. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. Brissett on 1st down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Margus Hunt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 22. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A 1st down throw for Winston. That's caught out left by Perriman. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Winston. He fights it, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Back to throw. It's caught by Funchess. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Brissett. They'll run the screen with Mack. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. He'll look to throw. He completes this one to Mack. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's up to 7 for 7 now on this drive alone. They'll look to throw. And the catch made by Hilton. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Brissett looks to throw. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess with time running out as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. One last shot now for Winston. Open man has got what it's...